This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
We say hello to our friends at 96.5 WCMF Rochester's legendary classic rock station, also 98 Rock in lovely Sacramento, California, and Big Dog 97.9 in Joplin, Missouri. Welcome to the program, and a big one we have for you today, the return of Who Sucks Less. What you don't need to know, we have a penis update on the way, and yes, we will drink and toast with the shot of the day. Our question today, why are you lucky to still be alive? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Willie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, biatches.
Hola!
All right, y'all want to hear how I almost died?
Not really.
That would be fantastic.
I don't.
All right,
He does.
About 8 years ago, I was out in Monroe, and we're at a party on Labor's Day, and there's this gal there training to be a stunt woman. She says, I can do a backflip off anything. I said, well, go do a backflip off that porch. And she couldn't do it, like I knew she couldn't. And her socks got all wet trying it, so she came and tried to rub her socks in my face. I said, hey, lady, get them stinky feet away from me. Well, she didn't take too kindly to that, and she turned around and wowed me in the jaw. Long story short, when we told her to get lost, she pulled a steak knife out of the kitchen and stabbed me in the back straight through the lung.
Oh, man. Where do you find these friends?
Where were you exactly? Were you at like a goddamn rabid carnival or something? Like a woman's doing a backflip, gets her socks wet, tries to rub her dirty, wet socks in your face, ends up punching you in the jaw and finishes with her stabbing you in the lung.
You should have married that woman.
No, she's not allowed in contact with me for another 2 years.
What happens in 2 years? That's
when the restraining order's up.
Okay,
you put one on her.
Are you going to be okay in 2 years with that? I mean, let's face it. I mean, Sandra Bullock, I just saw in the paper the other day, it's like her stalker or whatever who went to jail, he got into an altercation with the police, and I don't know how he passed on. I don't remember the exact point of the story, but I do know this. If I'm Sandra Bullock and I know this guy jumped over my fence 25 times and now he's free and he's able to do this, like
he got blindsided.
I'm not very often in life are you happy to see someone pass on, but this is one of those instances where in her case you probably go like, good. Sure. I'm glad he's dead, you know?
But so after she stabs you in the lung, I mean, do you just drop instantly, or what's the aftermath of this?
Well, I was sitting in a chair, and she stabbed me in the back, and she ran right out the door, and I looked at my buddy Mike. What's up, Mike, if you're listening? And I said, hey, man, did she just stab me? And he goes, yeah, man, but it's not that bad. So I stood up and walked to the kitchen where they had the big bay window, and I looked at the reflection of a knife hanging out my back. I said, hey, man, call the police. And then I had buddies, trying to pray with me, and I just sat there for a half hour waiting for the police, just smoking a cigarette outside.
Oh, good. Your lung has been punctured. And the first thing that you do is decide you're going to take it to Marlboro country. That's fantastic. What?
I believe it was a camel.
Okay, sorry. Camel country. Yeah, nice.
Like blowing smoke rings out of your back.
Smooth as a camel. Punctured
no, if they would have
lung.
pulled that knife out, I would have died, so.
Yeah, well, at least the smoke from the cigarette kind of held the lung together.
Well, that's where the tar comes in handy,
exactly.
Miles.
Just... That's great.
God, man.
That is fantastic. That's great. That is
my lung is punctured. I'm lighting up.
Exactly. Golly. Oh, man.
That's crazy. She stabbed him and then ran.
Everything about her sounds like she was a lunatic.
Why are you lucky to still be alive? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Darren. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Okay. My story is back in the 70s, I'm riding a bicycle. Actually just got my first 10-speed. Remember with the curly handles. And,
yeah, dude, that was a major moment in childhood life when you graduated to the ram horns.
Yes, with the very itty-bitty tiny wheels. Yeah.
I mean, where are you exactly? Are you like
I'm actually working right now.
Ah, okay.
All right, hold on, let me take that. Is that better?
There we go, much better.
All right. So we're basically on the sidewalk riding around, and by the way, it's Uptown Harlem, right across from Yankee Stadium. So we're riding our bikes, pretty much racing the traffic on 7th Avenue. So I'm rolling. Next thing you know, I see a car, my peripheral, and where I lived, you have to come on the sidewalk to go down the hill to park behind the building. So I see the car.
New York.
Just
drive up on the sidewalk, man.
Sure.
You'll find the alley to park. God damn. All right, so.
Yeah, so he rolls in, and next thing you know, he's right in front of me. So the only option I have is to veer to the right, which is basically getting me caught in the groove for the ramp and the sidewalk to go down the park.
Yeah.
Wheels are stuck. Next thing you know, there's a post coming up for the fence. I turn my head to the left, smack myself on the neck.
Hey.
I'm like, whoa. I'm dazed for a minute. The guy finally gets out the car. He's like, are you okay? I'm like, huh? What happened? And next thing you know, I'm like, he's like, you just hit your neck on the pole. What happened to my bike?
So you don't even know what's happened at this point. Did you have to go to the hospital for this?
No, dude, this is in the 70s, so I'm like real young, and I'm like, yeah, I got it. I'm good.
So you basically just shook off. You just shook off a concussion.
Shook it off, and next thing you know, I'm looking at the bike. So the tire's still straight, but the handlebars are also lining up with the tire. So I'm like, ooh, nice.
Okay.
But
that was like the end of something. I thought there was more. Okay. I'm sorry. No, just his intonation. I thought there's more coming, and then there wasn't. That's all. Oh, by the way, the guy got stabbed in the lung.
Yeah.
There's several commenters that know this woman. They're like, it's a true story. I would not say her name, but 3 people are like, oh, that's so-and-so, and they're saying she's still crazy.
And she still stabs people.
Yeah, the one who...
You don't know when you have,
He should be worried about... I'm glad he's got 2 more years.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because these people, these are different people saying, hey...
You shouldn't be out there stabbing people. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't know if I'm around you, or I should be able to know, like, by the way, this person stabs people. Like, there should be, like, a warning. Like,
well, the problem is, she seems like it's not a one-off. Basically,
that's what I'm saying.
Because these people are still in some form of contact.
Kind of like, like if you're a sexual predator, you have to register. I feel like, people should know if you're a stabby individual.
Absolutely.
I think, like, generally, if you're not military or police, like, any party I've been to, like, somebody will be like, yeah, that's blah, blah, blah. He shot a dude once. You know what I mean? Or I just feel like if she's the stabby person, I feel like at that party, somebody's like, hey, Miles, that's the one that stabs me.
Okay.
See, I'd be different. I'd be like, hey, dude, see that chick over there? Ask her to do a backflip.
Be sure to let everyone know she stabbed somebody.
Yes.
Why are you lucky to still be alive? 844-999-OLA.
You ever been there with somebody?
Nah, I'm just getting more. It's like, listen, apparently the girl that stabbed the dude, these are all different people that know her. They're saying, look, she got diagnosed as bipolar. She's actually doing pretty well right now.
Good. All right.
I won't tell you her job, but I'm going to write it down. I'm not going to say her job out loud, but this just terrifies me. Of all the things, just knowing the limited we know.
Oh, okay.
That does not shock me.
Really?
I know somebody else that does that, and he's insane.
Oh, really?
Right?
Yeah, to the point of, like,
I know someone who does
they
that.
asked me if I would like to partake in their job. I said no.
Really? So basically, as far as we know, people that work that particular profession might be a little.
As far as I can tell, yes.
You know what, man? I don't want to give too much away, but
I know one.
I've had an experience where I've had to interact with someone who does this once, and they seemed a little kind of funny, but a little off.
I know one.
Do you know one?
I know one.
Can you write down the name? Come on. Come on, man. I'm not going to say anything.
All right.
I'm just curious if they're that crazy. Because apparently this profession does. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you lucky to still be alive? 844-999-OLA.
I would have never guessed that.
Me neither.
Hello, Cody. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, fellas.
How are you, Cody?
What's up, Cody?
Cody,
I'm doing all right.
All right, get
Hey, I like it.
Wake up, you're on. And action. Okay, Cody. So why are you lucky to be alive?
I'm lucky to be alive is because I was about 12 or 13, just going into my teen years, and we were at the bus stop station transit center hanging out, playing around like we do. And a train was passing. All slow, and I've always wanted to, jump on a train. So I did that, and I ran and jumped on the train, and I kind of jumped on it to, like, turn around and sit on it, like on one of the grates as it's going by.
Yeah.
And turns out there's a panel missing. So I,
So you fell through the back?
into the panel.
Oh.
Yeah,
bummer.
on the side of it, yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
So I go into the, go through the floor basically.
Oh,
and yeah, I'm not sure if like my clothes caught or if I caught and or grabbed something and don't remember, or divine intervention or what, because all I remember is just I was suspended there, like hanging, and like my hands weren't grabbed, and I was pretty far down, and so I kind of like realized what's happening, so I reach up and grab the grates like with both my hands and pull myself back up and jump off the train. It's like, oh, okay, no big deal. Well,
yeah,
I
no big
back
deal.
To my friends, yeah, right. I walked back to my friends and like, hey, your leg is bleeding, and I look down and the back of my left leg, my pants are ripped, and there's small lines on my leg. And turns out that I fell down far enough to where my pants are ripped and my leg was touching one of the wheels.
Jesus Christ, man. Thank God for adrenaline, huh?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what it was, but yeah.
So the one spot you try to...
fell under a train.
The one place you go to throw your ass, there's a panel missing and you fall through the bottom of the
exactly. Yeah, the one thing I tried to jump on. It was pretty crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, man. I just, for some reason, that makes me chuckle. I mean, I know it's not funny, but damn.
But you got messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Hello, Don. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Yeah, I'm calling from Swedish Edmonds Hospital.
Okay.
Been here since the 11th of last month.
Uh-oh, this is not good.
Wait, you are there as a patient?
Yeah. I had some kind of weird abscess in my lung, and it was growing between the lung and inside the lung, and had pneumonia at the same time. And they drained 3 liters of pus and crap out of my lung. And they said if I hadn't got in here, I was within 6 hours of kicking it.
You'd probably drowned in that stuff. So you've been in the hospital that long, Don? Since that point in time?
Yeah, because they're doing IV antibiotics, some really gnarly antibiotics, and to get it, it's 3/4, a little more than that, almost gone. But
are you in a robe right now? Are you sitting assless talking to us?
No, not yet. They got me up to walk here in a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Well, good luck, man.
Wow, man. All right.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there.
That'll be a cheap bill.
Hopefully we get a return call to really answer the question.
Why are you lucky to still be alive? 844-999-OLA. More of your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Return of Who Sucks Less coming up, and if that doesn't disturb you, what you don't need to know, the Penis Update Edition is all coming up. Oh, lots of fun on the way. Yeah, that is going to be a great half-hour of programming. Our question today, why are you lucky to still be alive? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
So in 2001, I lived in southern Utah, and I was heading back from a weekend in Vegas. And coming back from Vegas to southern Utah, there's 2 lanes of freeway on either side of a river. And the speed limit's 75. So I'm doing 80, and I see lights coming up in my rear view quick. I'm thinking to myself, I should get over, let this guy blow by me. I get all the way over in the right-hand lane, and he hits me, doing 120.
Whoa.
And pushes me through the guardrail and down an 80-foot embankment.
Does he go with you?
The guy... I was by myself.
No, I mean, does his car follow yours?
It did, yeah.
Okay.
It followed me down the hill. There was a witness that was behind him who witnessed the accident. That gentleman gets out of his car and runs down the hill to help, only to find the guy who hit me is pulling me out of my vehicle. And the good pedestrian says, hey, stop, you shouldn't move that guy. He might have a broken neck, and I did. And
you did have a broken neck.
The person, I did have a broken neck. I'll explain my injuries here in a second. The person who hit me turns around, and 3 pieces, the dude knocks him out. The guy who came to help takes his wallet, pulls me out of my truck, pulls me back up the embankment, and lays me in the right-hand lane of the freeway, takes my wallet, jumps the intermediate, and starts running. He was a retired San Bernardino police officer.
He ran you off the road, dragged your ass back up to the top to make it look like you climbed out of your own vehicle or something and then collapsed in the road?
Or just to get you help?
It's not really clear why he did it, but because he did that, he got strong-armed robbery because he knocked dude out to come help or whatever. He got 9 felonies
total, is still in prison to this day in a Nevada prison.
I bet he is.
What was his defense?
He was drunk.
Oh,
He was,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, he sobered up real quick.
Oil next to him, and that he decided that he had blacked out during all this.
Now, do you remember any of this? Do you remember any of this? From the point that
the
your
last
car
thing I
walked
remember was, like, I saw the lights coming. I put my foot up on the dash, and I remember dirt coming towards the windshield.
What kind of car were you driving?
It was a brand new 1500.
A brand new what?
GMC 1500, like pickup truck.
Okay, so it really did help that you had such a big vehicle, too.
No, he was driving a Mazda 626.
That helps.
Yeah.
And he hit me with enough impact to push that full-size pickup off the road.
So that's the last thing you remember. What's the next thing you remember?
My girlfriend over my bed, like, what happened? I thought you were staying home for the weekend. In fact, I had gone to Vegas with my boys because she's like, hey, I'm going out of town to go see my family in Salt Lake. And I was like, sweet. She's like, what are you guys going to do? I'll just stay home. But as soon as she's out the door, I called the boys and was like, Vegas, here we come. So she goes up to Salt Lake, sees her family, and comes back. Hardly does she know I'm being life-flighted up to Salt Lake. So by the time she gets back, I'm in Salt Lake in the critical care unit. Then she's back in St. George, 6 hours away.
So how long are you in the hospital after all that?
3 months.
3 months.
Okay.
And did you have to go to court when they're taking down this former cop?
I did, yeah. I ended up going to court just as, like, basically to testify for my injuries. So the seatbelt that I was wearing, thank God, collapsed my lungs from the impact.
Thank God.
I had a huge bruise across my chest. But it collapsed my lungs and my chest cavity. My face hit the windshield, and it ripped off my hair.
Oh, it scalped you.
It scalped me. I had 40 staples to hold on my hair.
Okay, hold your hair. What about now?
Can you still see that?
What?
Can you still see that 40 staple scar?
Well, luckily I had thick hair, but you could feel it. It's gnarly.
All right.
I ain't thick hair. Look, from a bald guy,
God.
I felt bad for you for a second.
So I'm assuming
I have such thick hair, Thrill. You can't even see the 40 staple scars on my head.
Are you and the witness and this retired cop, I guess you're all in court together?
The part that I had to come to court for, no, he wasn't in the court for. I had filed for a restraining order and other things against him because there was third parties that were trying to contact me. Like his buddies were all like, don't you dare, go to court against this cop, blah, 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 blah. But so I filed a restraining order so I didn't have to deal with any of the political stuff.
Man, oh man.
That's
so
crazy.
any long-lasting injuries from all this?
Well, I already was an idiot before, but I'm not too bad off now. Not really. I'm blessed. I truly am blessed.
Sorta.
Hallelujah.
Sorta.
Hallelujah.
You went over a cliff in a truck.
What about, okay, did you
recover from a broken neck?
Get any kind of financial settlement out of this deal?
Yeah, I got over $250,000.
All right.
Like,
Okay, now there's the silver lining and all this stuff. Hell with being blessed.
Wait, what did you do with the $250,000? Did you go back to Vegas?
Yeah, actually I did. I spent one weekend living like a king in Vegas, so I checked that off the bucket list.
All right.
I spent over $10,000.
Now, let me ask you, when you get a settlement, $250,000, $250,000, does the government come in and tax you?
Yeah, you have to file a separate tax thing. It's called like an I-9 or something.
How much did you have to give them?
It was $60,000, I think.
Okay.
Close to 60 to 80,000.
They got their hand in goddamn everything. You can't.
We're sorry that you suffered.
You can't have anything. You can't even almost die. And they're like, give me. I want some of your suffering money. Give me. You think you'd be able to keep that goddamn money, right? I mean, hell, you almost die.
You would like to
and they're
think.
like, thank God you almost died. Give me some money.
We're sorry for your suffering.
Damn.
That'll cost you $60,000.
They are ruthless.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in a hospital
Well, think
bed.
about it, man.
I got a tube in my penis. You know what I mean?
But
It's
even
like,
if a family
come
member
on.
dies, your parents
on.
die tragically together at the same time in an international news-making fiery wreck, right? And for whatever reason, they left it, and it is traumatic. right? You are crushed. You've been interviewed by frickin' Barbara Walters, and the world knows how horrible this situation was. And lucky for you, they had a life insurance policy. They left you $1 million. Hopefully it can take care of your kids. And the government's still like, yeah, man, we saw that story too. Man, oh man, we feel bad. Give us our money.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Don't say no. They give me that
dead
money.
mom's money at?
Yeah, we know your mom died. Wham! Give us that money.
Why are you lucky to still be alive? 844-999-OLA. It's true.
We don't care how you
Jesus
made money.
Christ, man.
Give us our money.
We're sorry a cop pushed you off a cliff, but give me the money.
Right.
We should all set up residence in Liechtenstein.
Christ,
Right?
almighty. No
I mean,
kidding.
seriously, right? Some of those giant companies don't have to pay taxes.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
Where are you from?
This guy almost died in an accident.
From the Cayman Islands.
Right. Hello, I love this name. Hello, Rebus. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys.
Hola.
Is your name really Rebus?
Oh, go ahead.
Is your name actually Rebus?
No, that's just my nickname.
Okay.
No, I call in all the time though. Yeah, I'm 49 and I've had so many things try and kill me over the years. Just a few months ago, I woke up underwater in my bathtub because I passed out or blacked out.
Why did you black out? Were you drunk?
No, actually, I was dehydrated. I'd been sick and I'd been throwing up for 3 days straight. And so I just had no water in my system at all. And I stood up and went, ooh, I feel, and then I woke up underwater. And,
You woke up underwater? Underwater? How long do you think you've been underwater when you woke up?
It was quick because my wife and my son heard it and came sprinting into the room. I guess I bashed my head on the side of the tub and tore my neck open on the faucet.
Oh, yeah. You 100% that you... Are you 100% they came running in, or do you think maybe, just maybe, all you remember is your wife bashing your head into the bathtub and trying to drown you, but you put up too much of a fight, and then they had to play it off?
No, my 8-year-old, he's a sprinter, and he runs fast, and she just said, go, and he took off running into the room.
If you do your bathroom right, like if you had a Formica floor and you hit your head on it, you would be much better shape. But if you really have a nice bathroom, you got tile,
marble.
You know what I mean? Most people don't have hardwood. Would be a softer. When I pass down in the bathroom is just like, it is the most dangerous place to black out in. Like there's
it's the most popular.
I know. There's so many hard
popular.
There's so many hard. There's so many hard.
Feel sick or whatever. Like that's your instinct is to go to the bathroom.
But everything in there is like it's porcelain, it's metal, there's corners and water.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is just it's a death trap in there. Yeah,
see, and that's not even why I called in. I've had 2 of my own vehicles try and kill me before. When I was 20, I got dragged by my car around a parking lot and into the street multiple times before I was able to get out of the way. And then a year ago today, Ford LTD, 1970.
Nice.
It just knocked me down and took off with me. And then a year ago
Wait. Hang on. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
What are you thinking when this, like, are you channeling like Christine from Stephen King? Like,
Ford
what
LTD,
do you think is happening?
A Ford LTD at that time was the size of the Titanic.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was in a store, and my car, if I started it, I would have to leave it running for about an hour, or I wouldn't be able to restart it. And so I just left it running in the parking lot. As I was walking out the door, some old lady came running in and said, does somebody have a green LTD out there? Because it's going around in circles. And my car was whipping out into the street. Well, I tried to jump into this thing, and the door hit me and knocked me down because you can't run sideways at 15 miles an hour, and just started dragging me. Well, so then a year ago today, I was jump starting my van, and it was in the dark because it was before I went into work, and I was looking around trying to feel for the emergency brake, and when I popped it, apparently it had fallen into reverse, and I had one foot on the ground, and it just sucked me right out the door. I got hit by the door, and it dragged me across the street and jumped a curb, and my ribs got caught between the curb and my chest. And then, so it pulled me up over and across the sidewalk and jumped a rockery and then slammed into a tree. And when everything stopped and it wasn't moving anymore, I realized my head was about 6 inches away from hitting this rockery. And I fought my way out from underneath the door, and this tree had snapped right in half and fallen over, and I just torn my shin and my hip up, as I was getting dragged along, and pulled my shoe off.
Can you take the bus?
I'm a driver for a living. This is my job. So, yeah.
Okay, that explains it. 'Cause I'm like, this seems to be a little more frequent than it should be for. All right, but that explains a lot. So you're a driver for a living. These things are bound to happen.
No, I know a lot of people who drive.
The first accident you had, you told us about in the bathroom. Why did you already have a bath drawn?
I was just taking a bath, and when it was all done, I just stood up to towel myself off,
okay.
and I went, ooh, I feel kind of lightheaded. But before I even got that sentence out in my head, I just woke up and I was underwater.
Rebus, I have to ask you, how often do you take a bath?
At least a couple times a week, but now I let the water drain out completely before I stand up.
Okay, you don't take a shower, or is that your preferred method of bathing?
No, I like to take a bath.
He has no legs, Miles.
Do you ever take a bubble bath?
No, not really.
You sure?
Although I fall asleep in the bath all the time.
But see,
Stop taking baths.
That's what I was going to say. Like,
Jesus
maybe,
Christ, man. Stop taking baths if you fall asleep.
I would.
So relaxing.
I like falling asleep.
All right.
I like sleeping, but not underwater because it leads to death.
I think maybe the thing that you shouldn't do is bathe. I think that you should take a shower.
Just shower,
I think that's
man.
serious. Take a shower. And if you are going to take a bath, I would take a bubble bath. I think that I haven't taken a bath probably in over a decade.
You haven't taken a bath in a decade?
Why would
a
a bath?
Yeah.
Why would I take a bath?
You stay somewhere, it's got a huge tub, you draw a bath.
No, I've never done
I
it.
still don't, man.
I would do it if it had jacuzzi tub. If it
Right,
had the
that's
bubbles.
different. You're
That's
like, all
more
right.
like a jet. You know what I mean?
No. I hear you. But even like I've been someplace that just had a massive bathtub, and I was like, I'm taking a bath.
I've seen, there's places where I go,
taking a bath.
man, that is an incredible bathtub. And I don't even think about taking a bath. I just recognize, like, wow, that's a nice bathtub. By the way, quick update.
Yeah.
The federal government, all right, if it is, in fact, a life insurance policy, they will not tax it. They will not. Life insurance.
That's not life insurance. That's a settlement that you get from an accident.
No, the one thing we brought up was
Right.
life.
Okay.
The good news is this. That explains why so many people murder each other for the life insurance, right?
Oh, okay, 'cause you get
that
the full
is
sum.
tax-free. Right.
Now
so
we
if it's
understand.
to kill on completely makes sense now.
That makes no sense.
What do you mean?
I can't imagine the lobbyists that got that one passed through and nothing else.
What, don't touch the life insurance?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, then he killed his wife.
Right.
I'm sure he's like, no, seriously.
That's why Lifetime
Don't
exists.
tax this.
That's why these networks exist now, because of that kind of crap. You took out a life insurance policy.
Just don't do it.
ever tell anyone if you do that.
I don't tell them how much.
You could take out a life insurance policy, just don't tell the person that you took it out for and how much it's worth.
That's like telling him you won the lottery.
And then they'll find out afterward. I mean, if you're really not around, they go like, hey, by the way, he had a life insurance policy, and here's X amount of cash.
Don't give anyone another reason to want to
kill you. That's it. That's pretty well
That's
it.
all. Keep that one
Because
off
you're
of
just putting a price on your head.
That's basically
You're
what
like, I'm worth $5,000 dead. Why are you lucky to still
$5,000.
$500,000.
a $5,000.
That's what I do. Like,
what is
I've got a life insurance policy out on myself for you, and then they kill you, and then you only leave them like $2,000, and then you can be like, the joke's on you, murderer. You're going to jail for life for $2,000. I'm dead. I don't have to worry about anything anymore.
And you had $2,000.
Yeah, I don't have to be anywhere on time.
Right.
Joke's on you. Ha!
Zap! Zap!
Well, I killed him. He
5
told me he
Gs.
had a life insurance policy, but I only got $2,000. Why are you lucky to still be alive? 844-999-OLA.
Lucky to. I'm just imagining that person.
That's the ultimate
He was a
douche move.
He was a jokester
To the very
day he
end.
died. That's right.
Hello, Rich. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Hey, this is Rich, the driver for Lion Pride Music and Ted and Steve's Adventure to Spokane.
What's up, Rich?
Hey, Ted. Anyway, I own a drag bike that does about 200 miles an hour and a quarter mile.
A drag bike. I'm picturing like something that looks like RuPaul.
Hello.
Actually, you guys have a picture of it in your office, I think. I gave one to Ted years ago. So I went up to Edmonton, Alberta to go in a drag race. And it's got throttle bodies on it from a mechanical fuel injection. In other words, you got big butterflies. Well, I had issues at the top of the track, so I fixed everything. So I go out there and I let go of the clutch. The bike goes sideways. I shut it off. I heard this little pop, and the bike's going. I figure, well, I still got to figure out if I can go at the top end. So I get on again. The thing just takes off. And I go through the traps at 160 miles an hour. So now I go to shut the bike off, roll the gas off. It won't go off. Like, what? I'm trying to roll the gas off, and it's accelerating the whole time. Well, on drag strips, you have Jersey barriers, those big concrete barriers on the outside of each lane. Well, I'm in the left lane, and all of a sudden the bike goes right up against that Jersey barrier. And I'm about 3 or 4 inches from it doing 160 plus. and I'm trying to pull and move everything I can. You can't steer these things. I got an 11-inch back tire, so it's like trying to steer a tank. And so then there's a turnoff, and the Jersey barriers kind of make an arc to the left, and then it kind of turns back on again. Well, my bike follows that turn, and I'm head right for the Jersey barrier. That's for the second part of it. So I get up on my toes. I'm about ready to jump the wall, and I pull it back off to the right I don't know how I did it. So I'm still cruising down there, trying to shut the bike off. I can't do it. And then all of a sudden I look up, I'm running out of track because the shutdown area is only about a quarter mile long too. And I'm still doing 160 miles an hour. So I've got a kill switch on the dashboard, one of those tether things for snowmobiles. And I remember I can't stretch it out because this thing's about 5 feet long. So I reach down, grab the kill switch, pull up, and all of a sudden I heard it, next thing I know, I'm on the ground. And I'm like, what the heck happened? And I'm sliding back and forth, and through my mind, I'm going tumbler slide, which one's better? Because you don't really practice falling off a motorcycle at 160 miles an hour. So I'm sliding along there, and all of a sudden it starts getting hot, so I kind of move around a little bit. And then all of a sudden I start tumbling. You guys still there?
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So anyway, I start tumbling, and I remember, tell the slide, it's better. So I'm trying to get out, and now I hear the bike sliding behind me or in front of me. I don't know where it's at. And so then I stop, I start tumbling because I'm going slow. I tumble, I get to a stop, and I kind of feel arms, toes, and everything to feel I'm okay. I get up on the wall.
What happened at the end?
Well, what happened is some guy comes to check me out. What turned out is when I backfired at the start, the throttle bodies popped open, and I couldn't shut the thing down.
Okay. All right. He was tumbling there for like 40 seconds. Why are you lucky to still be alive? 844-999-OLA. More of your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitch, hola. You have entered the men's room.
Mountain View police are investigating a strange kidnapping case after they saw a homeless man force his way into a stranger's car and make him drive to KFC. Police said the driver, a 31-year-old San Jose man, was looking for a parking space near 14th and Santa Clara Streets in San Jose.
Oh, don't do it there, man.
When 21-year-old Alberto Avila allegedly opened the door to the passenger seat, got into the car, and demanded the driver to take him to KFC.
Come on, San Jose. I mean, is KFC that good there?
According to the victim, Avila threatened to physically harm and kill the driver if he did not comply. The driver did as he was told and drove Avila to the KFC on El Camino Real and Castro Streets. However, police said once the driver parked the car, Avila then tried to rob him. Police said the San Jose man then got out of his car and began to run away. That's when the suspect got into the driver's seat and allegedly chased the victim across El Camino Real. When officers arrived, they arrested Avila. Police said the victim was not injured. Our question:
I want a bucket of chicken.
Why are you lucky to still be alive? 844-999-OLA. Could have died by the hands of the colonel.
You will take me to see the colonel.
I need that chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I want a bucket of crispy chicken. Drive!
Oh, the extra crispy colonel.
Oh, now I understand. See, I did the same thing. Hello, Manny. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola!
All right, fellas. I was telling Mike, this is tough for me because I have so many of these I have to have categories. This one comes to you from the marine vehicle category of near death. Buddy of mine growing up-
This is the marine vehicle category of near death for 200.
Well, there's regular like street vehicles, motorcycles, trucks. Anyway, animals, weird terrorist stuff. So a buddy of mine growing up had all the toys, so we'd always be up around dinking around on the lakes. And you remember those little knee boards? Yeah, you were actually on your knees before they did wakeboards and stuff.
Yeah, some of them had a little strap that you could get into.
Yeah. So you had to strap your knees in, and you were actually down on the water, right?
Yep.
Now, we would go out and pull each other around in these things on wave runners, right? Because they had the full set of wave runners and the boats and all the things I had to have. So we would all be out there together. And he had a brother that, I kid you not, guys, this kid was maybe 13, 14 years old. He was 6'4", about 240. He was just an absolute monster, an animal. The thing is, the kid was an amazing athlete. He was like an all-state wrestler, all these good things, right? So my buddy has this great idea. We're going to pull him along, behind us on the knee board. So I'm okay, right? buddy's driving the wave runner. I sit behind him looking backwards, spotting, and the kid's on an e-board, right? This kid's a monster. He's huge. we go along for a while, and things are going great until, a big boat passes us, and my buddy thinks, hey, what a great idea it would be to start jumping the wakes. So he starts taking air off the wakes that this boat is throwing. And we only got like 10, 15 yards of rope out off the back of this wave runner. I'm just like, okay, holding on. And it's all of a sudden it turns into, the electric bull kind of scenario where I'm and I'm trying to lean back and not
hang on, Forrest. Hang on.
Give us a second. We just got to do a little station identification, and we'll get back to your story.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.